All right, let's just get right into it. If you're a high-level executive or really just any driven professional aiming for maximum efficiency, you already know the corporate landscape can be absolutely brutal. But what if I told you the very thing you've probably been avoiding is actually your greatest strategic asset? Well, today we are unpacking a strategic playbook to completely transform discipline. We're going to take it from a perceived punishment and turn it into your ultimate professional superpower. This explainer is essentially your roadmap for developing self-discipline as a daily habit, the kind of habit that literally separates the all-time greats from the absolute average. First things first, we gotta shatter a major preconceived notion right off the bat. The word discipline has kind of gotten a bad rap, right? We usually think about it as restriction or punishment, but the sources we're digging into today reframe this beautifully. They say self-discipline is the definition of self-love. Think about it. When you say you love yourself, that means your behavior towards yourself should actually be loving. It's about keeping promises to yourself. It's looking at that immediate, cozy comfort and saying, you know what? I love you way too much to let you sabotage your long-term success. So here is our agenda for this explainer, your daily roadmap to mastering both personal resilience and corporate leadership. We're hitting discipline as self-love, the bricklaying method, callousing the executive mind, auditing your distractions, responsibility versus victimhood, and finally, ultimate career freedom. Let's dive right in. Section 1, discipline as self-love, foregoing immediate comfort. Let's really redefine what discipline actually looks like in your day-to-day practice. So, discipline is foregoing immediate pleasure for the exchange of long-term self-respect. Look, in the executive world, you've got a million priorities constantly fighting for your attention. Mastering this means committing to really small, consistent actions. It starts with a high-impact morning template, right? Waking up at 5 a.m., hydrating, and just crushing a workout before your inbox even pings once. Why? Because you value yourself enough to give 120%. Doing that one extra rep or getting up that 1 hour earlier, it completely shifts your identity. You prove to yourself every single morning that you are someone who gets things done. And long-term, you look up in a year and you weren't breathing hard when you go up the stairs. You weren't entirely in control of your destiny, simply because you put yourself first. Moving right along to Section 2, the bricklaying method for mastering complex projects. In business, we are always setting these massive, overwhelming goals. We say, I'm gonna build the biggest, baddest, most incredible wall that's ever been built. But honestly, that is not how you excel. You don't start by trying to build a wall. You start by saying, I'm going to lay this one brick as perfectly as a brick can possibly be laid for the next 10 minutes. The psychological advantage here is absolutely massive. Staring at the whole giant wall, that's intimidating. It paralyzes you. But if you obsessively focus on perfecting just the single brick right in front of you and repeat that every single day, well, soon enough, you've got a wall. And to make sure you're ready to do it again tomorrow, you lock this in with a step-by-step evening review process. Audit what went right today, lay out your bricks for tomorrow, clear your mind, and get ready to repeat. Okay, Section 3, callousing the executive mind and embracing suffering. Elite corporate athletes have to run straight towards the truth of their weaknesses. Because here's the deal, to grow, you literally must suffer. Take a look at the timeline of a guy widely considered one of the toughest endurance athletes on the planet. He started out as a 16-year-old kid looking in the mirror every morning, feeling horrible, insecure, just scared of the world. His solution? He actively put himself through the worst things a human being can endure. He went through brutal military training, SEAL training, Ranger School. And later, when he wanted to break the Guinness World Record for doing 4,030 pull-ups in 24 hours, get this, he had to do 67,000 practice pull-ups just to train for the event. He built calluses in his brain, the exact same way he built calluses on his hands. Actually, scratch that, the brain calluses are even more important. He went straight towards the truth of his pain to fundamentally change what he was capable of. So why do we do this? Why voluntarily make ourselves miserable and uncomfortable? It's not just to break some crazy records. As the source material points out, you are training for life. This is the ultimate stoic practice, guys. It's viewing inevitable challenges and tragedies as opportunities for mental hardening. You are training for that 2 a.m. phone call when tragedy strikes out of nowhere, or when a massive, high-stress professional setback suddenly hits your desk. If you aren't physically and mentally prepared, if you haven't calloused your mind beforehand, you are going to completely crumble when the pressure is on. And then you're no good to anybody. Which brings us to Section 4, auditing your distractions to reclaim your deep work. Time for a little tough love about your environment. 97%. I mean, let that sink in for a second. That number should be a massive wake-up call for all of us. 97% of students and professionals are constantly distracted by their cell phones. Are you seriously willing to just be part of that average statistic? For some people, staring at a screen is literally more important to them than their actual success. Ask yourself right now, if you just gave up your phone, would you be more successful? Stop wasting time mindlessly scrolling when you could be dedicating those same hours to beating on your craft. You absolutely have to turn off the noise and focus on becoming a better you, someone determined to succeed, not just scroll. And hey, it's not just the addictive apps, it's the actual people you are connected to. Let's apply a super quick relationship audit framework to your life right now. Seriously, pick up your phone and read your last 5 text messages. Are the people in your inner circle feeding your flame, or are they dousing your fire? Look around at the people you spend the absolute most time with. Are they throwing logs on your fire, or are they pissing on it? If the people around you aren't nourishing and inspiring you to be better, they are just another distraction. You need to ensure your circle tightly aligns with your high-level professional goals. All right, diving into Section 5, responsibility versus victimhood. Brace yourselves, this is a stark reality check about personal accountability. Fault and responsibility do not go together. They just don't. Fault is all about the past. It's about who broke the situation. Responsibility, that is entirely about the future. It's about whose duty it is to fix it. Look, it might not be your fault if a business partner completely ruined a massive deal, or if you suffered some terrible trauma in your past, but it is for damn sure your responsibility to figure out how to take that pain, overcome it, and still build a wildly successful life. As long as you are pointing fingers and worried about whose fault something is, you are totally trapped in victim mode. The only real road to power is taking absolute responsibility. And now we've arrived at Section 6, Ultimate Career Freedom. This right here is exactly where we separate the absolute greats from the average. There is a huge, stark contrast between these two mindsets. The average, they walk with turtles. They start counting their reps and their hours immediately. Oh, I've worked 2 hours today, I'm doing great. But next level success, that's reserved for the greats. The greats run with cheetahs. They don't even start counting the reps, the sprints, or the hours until it actively starts hurting. And if the day ever comes that you are just too tired to keep going, the source offers this brilliant analogy. You act like a car with 4 flat tires, and you retire. You get a new set of tires and keep moving. You push through the pain, because on the other side of that exact pain is the phenomenal growth and ultimate career freedom you are seeking. Because make no mistake, life can be brutal. It can be incredibly unforgiving. The stresses of the corporate world will come at you hard. People will definitely tell you your dreams are completely out of reach. But when the bullies of life try to knock you down to the mat, you do not stay down. You stick, you move, and you jab them right back. You dig deep. And then you know what? You dig even deeper, because you understand that this is the defining moment to pick yourself up with sheer determination and grit. It's money time. It's win or go home. Because of all your resilience, all your late nights, all your perseverance, you put yourself in a position to show the corporate world that you've got that dog in you, and your inner dog has absolutely no quit. True resilience is separating the real from the fake when absolutely everything is on the line. Which brings us to this incredibly visceral analogy from a Navy SEAL in our source material. He talked about making the high-stakes choice to open a door in a combat zone. If you are going to choose to do something, you don't just walk up to the door, slowly crack it open, and weakly peek inside. Because if you do, that is exactly how you'll be remembered, as hesitant and weak. If you've made up your mind to do it, you open that door and you go in hard. Attack it. Attack your career. Attack your goals. You might as well be the hardest, most disciplined person in the room, because you're already in the room doing it anyway. So I'm leaving you with this final provocative question. I want you to ask yourself this whenever things get impossibly hard and everyone else around you is throwing in the towel. Who on this earth would still be going right now? The answer needs to be, you are. Implement these disciplines, lay your bricks perfectly today, and attack your potential. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I challenge you to start callousing your mind right now.